Hey guys, it's Kelly from fitnessmotor.com, and today I have a free-form stretching yoga blend for you. You're not going to need any equipment, and I've included a short round of warm-up stretches so you can jump right in. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, go ahead and stand nice and tall, bring your arms up overhead, stretch right here, lean to one side, then the other, nice and slow. Now, arms back down, press that range of motion for the entire circle. Now reach for your toes. Stay here for just a second. So we're just getting started, so don't push this range of motion too far. Only go as far as you can without any tension or pain. Stay right here, take a nice deep breath. Rock back and forth, nice and slow. We're going to drop down for our toes again. Slowly stretch those arms back down, and then reach for your toes. All right, we'll do that one more time. We'll come back up, stand nice and tall, reach. Now tilt to one side, then the other. All right, now I'm gonna walk into a downward dog, nice and slow. Press down for just a second. Try to get your heels flat on the ground and get your head between your shoulders. Now walk back out, stretch out a little bit, go into up dog. If this is too hard, you can also drop to the mat and just do a Cobra. Now press back up into your downward dog. Do that just a couple more times. Remember, just kind of move nice and gently into all these positions. So we're just getting started. Stretch the front of your stomach here, your core. Try not to let your shoulders shrug up. Try to press them down and away from your head. Push back up into your downward dog. And one more time for that up dog. All right, this time we're going to press up into a downward dog. You're going to walk up one leg. So it's kind of like a split, but only go as far as you can. If you can only go here, that's perfectly fine. Try to get a nice deep stretch. Now walk that same leg up and under your body. Now sink down right here. First we're going to lean back so you get a nice stretch through your core and through this hip flexor of the leg that's extended out. Now take a deep breath and lean forward. So now the stretch changes so you feel it in the back of this hip, or the back of this thigh, sorry. We'll stay here for just a second. Now press back up and bring your leg up if you can. Pull it back and rotate towards your foot first. Hold it here for just a second. All right, now straighten that leg back out. Now we're going to do that on the opposite side. So let's see if I can remember that sequence. Walk your foot up, stretch as far as you can. Point your toes for extra credit. Get a good stretch. Now, repeating that same thing on the opposite side of the body. So fold your leg under. First we're sitting back, so you get a nice stretch through your core. Making sure you're taking nice deep breaths during this whole routine. It's supposed to be relaxing, but it's also a little bit of work if you can't tell by now. Okay, now lean forward. So for all of these stretches, do anything you need to make it work for you. So each stretch is a really very specific thing as to how it's going to feel best for you. So always be moving around and looking for tight spots in your muscles and anywhere that you can kind of sink into and push a little further to get a good stretch from. Now sit back up, grab that toe, turn towards your body if you can, or turn towards that leg. Should feel this in the front of this thigh as well as through your hips. All right, now slowly release that leg. All right, so straighten out here. We're going to go into a child's pose. So sink back on your heels, press your head down as if you're trying to push your arms in between your shoulders so you get a nice shoulder stretch, and you should also feel this through your upper back and your lower back. Now come forward and sink down for a tricep drop, push up into a cobra. Again, keep your shoulders down and away from your head. Only push as far as you can without any pain at all. Now sink back into that child's pose, nice and slow. Come back up. Lower yourself, keep your elbows pinned in close to your sides, drop down, you should feel that in those triceps, and then push back up into that cobra again. All right, we'll do that one more time. Sink into your child's pose. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And move forward, sink down, and press back up. All right, now come up onto all fours. We're going to do cat to cow. So first, stretch up just as high as you can. Act as if you're trying to pull your midsection up and away from the floor. Now do the opposite. So sink your midsection, push your shoulders up, your midsection is going towards the ground, and you're sticking your butt out really obnoxiously. It's really good for your back health. Now alternate between the two of those. Inhale as you arch your way up, and then exhale as you stretch back out. Just stay here and do this a couple more times. All right, now we're going to do a couple of bird dogs on each side. So you can do just one limb at a time if you have to. Otherwise, try to do opposite arm and leg. Get them up there, keep your core strong, hold it for just a second before you drop both, and do it on the opposite side. So a lot of these exercises are really great if you're having, if you've got a tight back or a weak back. These are really good for your back health, which is actually essential to being able to do those harder workouts. So those HIIT workouts and the strength workouts all rely on you having a strong core. So you cannot leave out this kind of training. So make sure you're breathing this whole time. Do a few more reps on each side. Alright, now we're going to roll over and do a deep glute stretch. So take this leg, keep it roughly to 90, cross the other foot over, and then pull the bent leg towards yourself. So you get a nice stretch through this leg that's bent on top of this other leg. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. Hold that leg in until you feel a good stretch through this leg that is folded over the top. All right, now we're going to do some leg pulls. So drop one leg out as you squeeze the other in, so just barely to hug that knee. Now switch. Make sure you're breathing, moving nice and slow, controlled. Keep it going, a couple more reps on each side. All right, now we're going to take this leg and fold it over so you get a good torso twist. So try to keep your shoulders on the ground. Try to make sure the movement is all coming through your midsection here. So pin those shoulders and then try to roll your leg over. Don't force it. All right, go ahead and switch sides. So right here, pull over. All right, now come into the center here. Hug both knees in. Now stretch all the way out. So a quick full body stretch. Lean to one side, then the other. Now come back up and hug your knees again. And go back to that full body stretch. Remember to rock back and forth and look for any parts where you might be tense. And if you happen to feel extra tense, just proceed with caution. Just move really slowly and gently. All right, now we're going to do some extra hamstring work. So kick one leg out, fold the other in. And we're going to lean towards the toe of this foot that is out, or the leg that is outstretched. So take your entire chest and lean towards it. So you're facing the ground here. So now grab your foot, or at least extend your arm this way, and rotate so your chest is pointing out. Now bring the other arm up over your head. Now this time, when we switch, we're going to get a nice stretch through the side as well. Right, now come over to this other side, keep your legs in the same position, but lean over the leg that's folded up. So you're kind of leaning away from this leg. All right, let's do that on the opposite side this time. So pull this leg in, extend this leg. Now we're gonna lean towards this one. Remember, facing the ground first. So only go as far as you can without any pain, remember. But as you're sitting here, when you hold these stretches long enough, you start to get your muscles warmed up and you'll get more of a stretch. So your body's gonna allow you to push a little bit further. So just be ready to, when you feel it loosen a little bit, just push a little bit further, deeper into that stretch. Right, now rotate. So your chest is pointing out, and then tilt over, pull that arm over towards that outstretched leg. Okay, now lean towards this leg over here on the opposite side of the body. All right, now one last stretch. We're going to put our feet together and then lean forward. So feet together, as close to yourself as you can, and then lean forward with a flat back. So you're going to get a nice inside thigh stretch here. Good stretch through your hip socket. All right, and let it relax. All right, guys, the stretching routine is over. Your workout is complete. Make sure and drink lots of water, eat healthily, and come back and work out with me tomorrow.